Hey guys, it's Danny B, and welcome back to my channel where we're going to take a minute to just discuss everything that's happening in the world of NASCAR. Let's go. Welcome to Danny B Needs a Minute. So, the first bit of news is some paint scheme and sponsor news, and this comes from Hendrick Motorsports and Alex Bowman. CI Tools, also known as Cincinnati Tools, has announced a 10-year partnership with Hendrick Motorsports. This includes one race as the primary sponsor for Alex Bowman at the October 6th race at Dover, and they will sponsor Alex Bowman for 2 races in 2020. This is one of the largest upfront partnerships that Hendrick Motorsports has seen in a long time at 10 years. However, it isn't for many races, but this is great to see a sponsor come in and dedicate that much time into that program. On Friday night, we had the very first race of the Xfinity Series playoffs for 2019, and the winner would be Christopher Bell as he'd go on to win this race in dominating fashion. He'd also do something he's been known to do in the past, and he actually gave the checkered flag away to a young fan who just so happened to be wearing a Christopher Bell shirt. I love saying things like that. It's hard to dislike Christopher Bell right now. He's just a pretty good guy. With that win secured, it does move him on into the next round. I'll be curious to see who makes it into the next one. Over the week, there was a unique record set with NASCAR driver Eric Almirola and professional bowler Jason Belmonte. At Charlotte Motor Speedway, the two combined to use Eric Almirola's car and Jason Belmonte in the passenger seat to team up and throw the world's fastest strike at over 140 miles per hour. They lined it up just perfectly, came across the front stretch there at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and they let the ball go. I think this was their 5th attempt doing this, but they were able to get it done right, and the ball traveled perfectly and hit all the pins. Perfect strike and massive carnage over the pins afterwards. Then on Saturday night, the Cup Series did have their race over at Richmond Raceway, and for the second week in a row, we actually saw Martin Truex Jr. pick up the victory. This was also his second win of the year at Richmond, meaning he swept the season. What was unique about this victory is that it was the first time ever that Joe Gibbs Racing drivers finished 1 through 4. Martin Truex Jr. was the winner, Kyle Busch was second, Denny Hamlin was third, and Eric Jones was fourth, or so we thought. Eric Jones' car was disqualified after the race. Martin Truex Jr. would also do the same thing that his Xfinity Series teammate Christopher Bell did on Friday night. He came up to get the checkered flag, saw a young man in Martin Truex Jr. gear happy to hand the checkered flag to his driver. He started to take it, but fought for a minute and said, "No, you take it." I like that. I don't know how people can dislike Martin Truex Jr. He is a very likable guy. There was also some on-track drama at Richmond as we saw Alex Bowman and Austin Dillon get together. Austin Dillon would actually go on to spin out Alex Bowman as well. Needless to say, I'm not too happy about that. Austin Dillon isn't a playoff driver, and he's gonna wreck my guy while he's in the playoffs. What? Alex Bowman's definitely not happy. His words, to be exact: "I'm going to shove that silver spoon that he's been fed all of his life up his butt." Except he didn't say butt. I say go get him, Bowman. Spin him out at the Roval. Do it. With a bad run at Las Vegas and a disqualification at Richmond, this puts Eric Jones into a must-win scenario when we go to the Charlotte Roval, as he is now 45 points back behind 12th place William Byron. Fortunately for Alex Bowman, he did have a great run at Las Vegas. However, with the bad run at Richmond Raceway, that puts him 2 points behind William Byron. It's not a good place to be in, being behind the cut line, but just 2 points is a whole lot better for Alex Bowman than where Eric Jones sits. Kurt Busch too, to be honest. As they sit right now, the 4 drivers who are looking to be eliminated in the round of 12 are Alex Bowman, Clint Bowyer, Kurt Busch, and Eric Jones. We'll see if any of that's going to change next week over at the Roval. That's definitely the wild card race right there. And that'll do it for today's episode of Danny B Needs a Minute. Thank you so much for stopping by and allowing me to talk to you about NASCAR. I'll see you later in the week as we get you set up for the Roval. Bye guys.